British Dan, we do have some breaking news for you this afternoon, and as you can read there in the title, there's been yet another mass stabbing attack, but this time in Norway. This, of course, follows on from about 48 hours ago in Amsterdam, where we reported to you that 5 people had been injured after an individual cut about Dam Square, stabbing people. Now we move to Norway. We said in that live stream, it's like a game of roulette. You don't know where the next one is going to be. It could be any place within Europe, and it is Norway today, after 4 people reportedly have been stabbed thus far, and as always guys, we are going to go through what we currently know so far. Do forgive me, this story is literally breaking. I mean, like, over the last sort of 6-7 minutes ago, so there's not an awful lot of information out there just yet. However, I've gone into Norwegian sources, Norwegian outlets, and translated from English, because no English media is currently got any information, so forgive me if the translation doesn't sound that great. I'll do my best to dissect everything and go through everything with what we know on what has happened in Norway. Now, the place that it is, in terms of the place in Norway, of course, is up there in the north in Trondheim. Again, sorry for my Norwegian pronunciation there. Trondheim is the place that this attack has taken place. And this is an image from the scene. As you can see, emergency responders there giving CPR to an individual there on the floor, and the man being arrested, the perpetrator who carried out these stabbings in Norway. So let's go through what we currently know on this one. Emergency services responded to a serious violent incident in central Trondheim on Saturday afternoon. CPR was performed on 1 person at the scene, according to police. 1 is seriously injured. The police have arrested the perpetrator. There are 4 in total injured, 1 of whom is the perpetrator. The injured have been transported to St. Olav's Hospital. The police are now staying at the scene to work on the investigation, and according to the information they have now, it indicates that a knife was used. They are now waiting for forensic experts to arrive, and we will conduct interviews where the incident occurred will be revealed by the investigation. There is no information indicating that there are other perpetrators, so the Norwegian police do currently believe it was a one-man band. It was just 1 individual that carried out this attack. A witness who lives nearby said to local media that he went out the door and saw a man being arrested. 2 more police cars arrived and blocked off the street. Several ambulances arrived and many people stopped, the witnesses said. It's quite startling and quite frightening when it happens in the neighborhood. So it does look like it happened in a residential neighborhood, not in a sort of tourist hotspot as we reported in Amsterdam a couple of days ago. But this one does look like it was on a residential street in Trondheim in Norway. They've also, local media have also been in contact with people who live in the apartment complex, trying to get a bit more witness statements and a bit more footage from the scene. So that's currently all we've got, really, guys. It is a breaking story, literally just happened. So it's very hard to actually find and articulate all this information. There's not many photos, there's not any videos or anything like that has emerged as of yet. And we don't currently know what the motive was of this individual in question. But as you can see there in the picture, guys, police have arrested 1 individual, and you can see emergency services also providing CPR there on the ground to 1 of them that's said to be in a life-threatening condition at this moment in time. But as the day goes on, there will be more updates. As the hour goes on, there'll be more updates as well. And again, it's just the thing that goes with living in modern day Europe at this moment in time. It's something that happens on a day-to-day basis at this point, and as stated, people are going to be probably becoming numb to it. But this is what Europe has invited on themselves, and again, it's truly shocking. Literally 2 days ago, we reported on a mass stabbing attack that occurred in Amsterdam. I mean, I don't think anybody died in that one, fortunately. However, this one looks like it could be a lot more serious in Norway, as 1 person getting CPR. I don't know the state and the conditions of the others, but stated there's 4 people currently injured. Let's get over to the live chat, guys. Take your reaction. I will stay live for a little bit longer. See if we can see if there's any more updates that emerge from Norway. If there's anyone tuning in from Norway at this moment in time, do let me know the best place to go for breaking news in Norway in terms of whether that be X or outlets. Again, there's very few that are reporting it in Norway at this moment in time, so I did have to dig and had to translate. So I hope a lot of that did make sense to you guys in the live chat. Let's have a little look. Jojo UK says it's happening daily, it seems. I know, again, I said it in the last stream and I'll say it again today. It's like a roulette wheel. Spin the ball and it will be the next location. But as I always say, it won't be Poland. It won't be Poland that has this. That happens within Europe. It's not going to happen in Poland, and that's for obvious reasons. You could probably tell. But again, where's next? Where are we going to be reporting on in the next couple of days? I also want to make it very important to say that my thoughts and prayers are currently with the 4 victims at this moment in time. Again, my prayers do go out to them, and I hope, of course, nothing is too serious and we don't lose anybody from this attack from an individual. Cap Tango says, one more isolated incident, imagining the devastation, the loss of lives, is a coordinated mass attack happening every day in every country and city. The problem is, you're absolutely right. There's always some form of knife attacks that happen throughout Europe. I mean, the UK alone, we have mass amounts, individual cases. But the thing is, these days, you become numb to seeing if it's just one person being stabbed, you become numb to it. It's just daily news. It's just, on the 4th or 5th page of a newspaper these days. In a local newspaper it happened nearby, you don't really hear too much about it and people don't really look into it as much. The only time it really gets the attention of the media at this moment in time if there's more than one person being stabbed or attacked at any one time. That's why the Amsterdam situation, of course, is getting a lot of coverage, and today now you will start to see this one blow up, of course, in Norway, because it's a lot of people that are being attacked and a lot of people that are getting injured from a lone individual that's just cutting around the streets, just stabbing people. Now, it's important to say we do not know what this guy's motive was. I mean, as I said, it looks like it was on a residential street, so it could be, who goes around stabbing 4 people on a residential street anyway? I mean, it's all been blurred out. I didn't do the blurring, by the way. This was on the Norwegian on the Norwegian newspapers or Norwegian outlets site. So yeah, they blurred all of it. So I may need to try and find the original photo of the individual being arrested. But as stated, that's all I could get in terms of from the scene was blurred photos there of one of the victims getting CPR and one of the people getting arrested by the looks of things. That's also a good point. Jan says, nobody becomes numb. It's just a sad reality of the world today. Absolutely. It just becomes daily news. It's just something that happens every single day. In fact, it's probably a strange day when you don't start to hear things like this occur in Europe, because it's happening way too often and on far too often on a daily basis. And again, as I said before, spin the wheel. Where will be next within Europe? Let's take some more comments, guys. Sharon Wood says, I'm happy that we have President Trump in office. His concerns is America's, not immigrants. Jojo says, and meanwhile, all the UK does is ban samurai swords. Yeah, I mean, look, I think you need to be a fool. I literally just did a video before I came live here talking about knife crime, talking about knives, talking about the stabbing epidemic within the UK, but you could probably copy the UK and put it into Europe. It's not about weapons. It's never been that. It's the age-old debate within the United States. Has always been the case where everyone was saying, why don't they ban guns? Well, it's not guns that kill people. It's people that kill people. So it's rather down to education. And in this instance, it's education, high deterrence for actually carrying knives, for that matter, And then, of course, I mean, the most recent thing is the mass migration of people coming from alien cultures that are also causing this. Not to say that this individual instance is being caused by that. We don't currently know just yet. I'm just commenting as to what usually is the case. Scott Matthews says, becomes the normal. Every European government is to blame. 1,000%. You're right. You're preaching to the choir. I think a lot of us understand it here in the live chat. Certainly I do myself. But yeah, European leaders are very, very weak people. Very, very weak leaders. And far too many of them are woke and hold far left ideologies or woke ideologies. And it's something that is a disease that currently is taking over Europe at this moment in time. I'm just going to have a little look to see if there's any more further updates. If there's any Norwegian people tuning in, guys, do let me know some of the best sources for breaking news within Norway. As stated, there's little covering this at this moment in time, so I had to dig deep. I had to dig into it. I'm starting to see the headlines, of course, on X, but I'm talking about more details with regard to it. Who's going to be the first outlet to give you an update on what's happening? Let's have a little look to see if there's anything more. But yeah, no, I don't think there's too much of an update. But if there is anything of note, I can't get any other picture other than the blurred one. The blurred one's doing the rounds a lot now on social media, the same one that I just showed you here. But we can't seem to find a photo of it unblurred, so we won't have any idea on who the perpetrator is as of yet. We just have to wait for updates from Norwegian police and all of the rest of it. But guys, I'll leave it there. That's all we've got in terms of this breaking news update. If there's anything sufficient to add a little bit later on, then I'll be sure to do a video follow-up a little bit later on. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, share this out there. Of course, the mainstream media will not want this one to go out too much. So guys, see you in the next one. Take care. Look after yourselves. Peace.